Okay. Oh, God, frightened the life out of me. Okay. Hi, it's top 5 at 5, but not at 5. I should really have a title sequence for this. It'd be so good, but I don't have the time because it's chip time. Yes, 5 favorite chips on your list, and it's going to be on everybody's list because our guest tonight, yes, it's our favorite Aussie boys, and here they are. Matt from Keep On Collecting. How are you, Matt?
I'm excellent. How you going, Pete?
Yeah, a bit of a crap starting. I haven't had my upteenth cup of coffee, but yeah, you know how it is. How are you?
Good.
Yeah,
Very good. Looking forward to eating some chips live.
Well, rather you than me. So anyway, hailing from my part of the atmosphere on Australia. I'm not going to confuse myself. Here's Mike. How are you, Mike?
Hello, Pete. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, lovely background.
I'm happy to hail from your atmosphere.
Now that you say that, yeah, it's a little bit kind of disgusting, isn't it? Really,
breathe it in.
We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Sorry,
the bridge behind me.
Yeah. Anyway, and let's get our Crusher involved. He's took a whole lot of time going through the motions for changing his name tonight. So let's get Mr. Scott Cruncher.
Yay!
Cruncher is here. What's going on?
Hey, Scott, how are you, mate? How are you?
Thanks for having me, mate. I'm doing good.
I mispronounced Scott Cruncher to Crotcher. So yeah, we're in the green room. Funny how we call it green rooms, don't we? We call it green rooms, but they're not really green rooms. They're our rooms, really, aren't they? So interesting thought. Take when everybody gets into the chat, and there's a lot in the chat tonight. There really is a lot in the chat. Sorry, a bit of sarcasm there, everybody. That's me. Anyway, a question for you for that. Why I've lost my train of thought. So why do we call it green rooms in our own home? But that's not really important right now. What is our top 5 at 5 favorite chips? And g'day, Toys Motion.
That's Andrew. That's Andrew.
Hey, Andrew. Good to see you, mate. That's all good. Hope you're doing all right.
Yeah. Okay. Have you changed your name, Andrew, again?
Well, I'm using Keep On Collecting, so he's got to log on with his private. That's his private one.
Yeah, cool. Good to see you, Andrew. Really is. So it's our top 5 favorite chips. And that where'd that come from? It came from Mike. Yeah.
I was just reading up on green room. Sorry. The Blackfriars Theatre in 1599 included a room behind the scenes where actors waited to go on stage. It happened to be painted green, so it became the green room, and it's been that way ever since.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Good according to Google.
Hey, Mr. B.
Mike is the ever so popular encyclopedia for us in YouTube land.
I love my research. That's because my channel is mostly based around finding facts and figures and researching things.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that in such a nice, loving way, Mike. It did actually hold a little bit of sarcasm in my voice, but I mean that in such a nice, loving way. So here we go. So.
We like you like that, Mike. We like you like that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay. Should we start? I'm going to start. I'm going to start with that guy beside me, Matt. So.
Me. Alrighty. I should have thought a little bit more about this. All right. So let's go for number 5.
Same here.
I'm going to go. One of my favorites is Cheetos Puffs with their lovely cheese flavor. I'm going to open these. I'm not going to eat all of these. I'm just going to show everyone they're a lovely. Look at the size of those. They are. Well, that's close to the camera. That looks amazing. But
yeah, that looks like you're eating something.
So this is a lovely cheese. It's quite. Oh, it's very airy inside. I don't think you can see that, but it's quite airy inside. Very light and cheesy. And you can smash one of these packets. This is a small packet at 80 grams, but you can buy a really big family packet. So my number 5 is cheese puffs. Well, they're not cheese puffs, Cheeto puffs. Same thing. But that's my number 5. Tasty and delicious.
And oh so cheesy.
I feel like I'm in a commercial.
Yeah.
He's just got a new sponsor.
There you go. That's it.
Madness. And I suppose cheesies are related to cheesels, maybe twisties.
Yeah,
they didn't make it in here, but they are similar. Yeah.
So, the ones that mess up your fingers when you've been eating it for a while. You see, you see your orange fingers. Like,
well, these are literally like finger licking good. Like you always find yourself eating them, and then you're licking your fingers because they always leave cheesy remnants on your fingers.
Cheeto dust.
Yeah, Cheeto dust.
They just leave like cheesy remnants.
Yum yum.
I thought the toy room would be a Cheeto-free zone. I mean, you're living dangerously there with Cheeto dust floating around the toy room.
I was just going to say, there's no way you can mix playing toys with eating Cheetos because there's going to be lots of figures with Cheetos on them.
Oh, God.
If we find Matt on the ground snorting his cheese dust, we know where he is. Right. So, g'day, Mr. B. Good morning to you, sir. Okay. Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Scott.
I've seen that.
So, alrighty. So, I don't know about you guys, but if you walk up and down the chip aisle now, there is infinite number of chips. If you go to the States, it's like ridiculous the variety of chips. But I remember a time when you'd go to our local Franklin's, and I always try to approach these top 5s from a nostalgic perspective because I try to eat, I don't eat that many chips these days. As a kid, it was just a lunchbox staple. But I feel like back in the day, there was so few chips, and the only chips that we ever had in our house were Smiths, and it was usually the variety pack that Mum would get, and then we'd have them in our lunch boxes, and then certain flavors would go first, and chicken would always be left at the end because it was the least favorite in the family. But and the other thing that I love about Smiths, as much as they're basic, but I wanted to get them in the top 5 because I just remember the awesome Gobbledoc commercials from back in the day. And when we're at the Canberra Vintage and Collectible Centre, Matt, the other week, like they had a Gobbledoc like standee thing there that just took me back. I mean, so I've got love for Smiths, but the flavour for me, salt and vinegar chips, just classic Smiths salt and vinegar. They're not going to be number 1 on the list, but they're just a fine chip. So they had to make their way into the top 5. So, yep, that's it. That's it, Andrew. Chippies. Smith, salt and vinegar, chippies for the number 5.
You don't know what salt and vinegar packets look like. They're green, right? So
no, they're like
pink or purple.
Did you really think they were green?
Green.
They might be in New Zealand.
Green here in New Zealand. So
really,
yeah,
green is chicken.
Green is chicken.
Green is salt and vinegar over here. So
really,
wow,
that's unbelievable. I never knew that.
No,
yeah,
bloody Kiwis and their weird
genes.
genes.
Chicken is yellow packets,
Okay.
Green is salt vinegar chips, right? And we've got barbecue, and that's pinkish crimson color.
What?
Okay, what's plain? What's plain, Pete?
Plain is browny mauve color.
What?
That's blue.
It's
Yeah.
blue.
Ridiculous.
This is packets. See,
I won't
now,
have this, Pete. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
now we're going to get into a packet war of chip colors on the stream. Okay,
This is
gonna
warfare.
this is
You're not going to
war.
roll me up with politics and religion, but with chip colours. You know, listen, from the day I was born, I've only ever known blue for original, pink for salt and vinegar, green for chicken, yellow for cheese and onion, orange for barbecue. That's it. That's enough. Nothing else. That's all.
You guys are strange. Okay, we're the sane ones over here. Yeah.
Don't come between me and my chips.
Hang on.
G'day, Luke Reynolds. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, there you go, Pete. There's a picture you can share there.
Yeah, Pete lives in the twilight zone over there.
Yeah, there you go. Look, there's your
Everything's
colours.
similar, but
Salt
just
and vinegar.
different enough.
You take a glass of
Salt and vinegar
that.
pink, plain is blue, chicken is green, cheese is yellow.
Well, I don't care. You're strange.
I'm just mucking around, Pete. We're covering serious subject here. We've got to give it the respect it deserves.
Even Samboy, you know, everyone's got purple for salt and vinegar, haven't they? All those
It's the
brands.
universal color for salt. If you're in a country where English is not the preferred language, you see a purple packet of chips, it's salt and vinegar. That's why we have these colors, so we don't have anarchy.
If we went to New Zealand, we'd be screwed.
It's
Yeah,
anarchy now. It's anarchy now. God.
we can go to the Middle East and it's all written in Arabic, and you pick up the purple one, you know it's salt and vinegar.
Yes.
That's right. You don't. Yeah, I don't have to spit my chips out on the street because it's a different flavour.
See, Luke agrees with me. These
This is
colours are
right.
crazy.
Oh,
So,
so Luke must have different colours over in England too, do they?
Hey, Luke, I know you're just popping in quick, but if you've got time, mate, could you quickly detail in the chat in England just original salt and vinegar, like what the colours are for us? That would be amazing.
That would be good. Maybe they're more traditional. Maybe New Zealand are more traditional. Maybe that's the way it was.
That would be interesting. It would be interesting if
gone
New
rogue.
Zealand follows the UK colours. But where did ours come from? We just made that shit up. What happened?
yeah, we
We
do.
went rogue.
You make everything up in Australia.
But it is really interesting that across all brands, across competitive brands, you know, they all have the same colours here in Australia. Because I'm looking at Kettle, I'm looking at, you know, Samboy, I'm looking at whatever that other mob is. You know, Natural Chip Co. They all use the same colours. So in the UK, plain is red, salt and vinegar is blue.
Oh,
Cheese and onions green. Why is cheese and onion green?
why's chicken orange?
So Pete, is that the same as New Zealand, or is that different again?
No, different
Luke,
again.
Luke, you see, you got one color right with cheese and onion, right? Which we have green onion, right? Chips here, which is a light green, not a dark green like salt vinegar chips packets. Right, so
This is wild.
It is.
Yeah, wow. I just thought it was a universal colour thing.
We all did.
well, you're wrong. You're totally wrong.
My mind is blown. Incredible.
Australia lives in this fairyland of difference. You know,
We didn't
crazy.
get the Nemo, Pete.
Yeah. You know, it's like you're speaking a different language than all of us.
We're on an island. We made it up.
Yeah.
So
Why
are
do
we. We
When you
speak
see the
English.
rainbow in the sky.
Made it up too.
So, yeah.
We're just making stuff up.
Right. Mike, let's go to you before a real war breaks out and Scott Cruncher's over here crunching my potatoes.
Sorry for the intensity this evening.
All right.
Yeah.
Where is it here? Nostalgia again, like Scotty. We always had those packets of chips like the Smith's ones, where there's the variety packs. In our house, it was always the plain ones were left over. But when you had some money and you were like at school and you were like, I got to get this. This is an awesome one. Chickadees. I get the picture up for you. We're going to share this picture.
I remember these.
Yeah, there's a picture. Share screen.
Do they still make these?
No, I don't believe so. I've never seen them since.
Wow.
Chicken flavored chickadees. Ta-da!
Easy.
Peter's Milk Bar. What a perfect name for on Pete's channel.
Are they
I do
actually
remember these.
potato chips, or are they like twisties or something like that?
They were shaped like little chickens. Oh, not like, I wouldn't say little chickens.
Like drumsticks?
Yeah.
Like chicken crimpy shapes?
Yeah. And they're puffy, sort of puffy as well.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Well, that was a canteen favorite in my school. That was like, you got them, you're like, yeah.
They look pure. That packaging looks pure 80s, and I love it.
Don't see them anymore.
No, they're long gone.
I think that Mike likes W.C. Fields. Hey, my chickadees. Hey, my chickadees.
Lucky we're all old. We know who W.C. Fields is.
Yes, I was a bit hesitant to saying that a wee bit because we, who knows, W.C. Fields.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, since you are, you're a good 10 years younger than us, so yeah. Makes sense.
He was a bit of a comedian celebrity back in the 1930s, 20s.
You probably had a decade.
1930s. I mean, you're 10 years older than me. You're not bloody 50 years older than me.
Well, we had that. You see, you talk like this. You see, you hear what I'm talking about, boys. You talk a little bit like Foghorn Leghorn type of kind of.
Okay.
But he had a top hat. Sometimes he had like a top hat. He was very well dressed. Did he always have a cigarette? I don't know. He seemed to have a cigarette.
Yeah. Sometimes.
All the time.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Mike will pull up a picture soon. I'm sure he's researching this. There he is. He had the big nose. That's right.
Yeah.
He died in 46 years before I was born.
1880.
Well, excuse my language. Jesus. How did you guys know this guy? He was gone by 46. I mean, what's going on?
But he was 66 when he died.
But I'm trying to work out. You guys are like, oh, he's a little bit before your time, Scott. The guy was born in 1880. Like, what's going on here?
See, for Scott, he likes history, and so do we. But he doesn't.
Almost.
Like, I forgot to ask my great grandparents if they knew who this guy was.
Mike, did you know who he was?
No, I've heard the name, but I have no idea who he was.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like, were you guys watching like reruns the third time? Like, I'm trying to work out how you guys would know who this guy was. Like,
he was a movie star, so he was a movie.
Probably did some silent era stuff, I'd say, and maybe he moved.
No, he was in the talkies as well, mainly talkies.
Yeah.
So, when they came out, so silver screen. So mainly like peak in reaching his peak in like 1930s films.
Must have.
Yeah, he was a bit of in those times he made crash jokes and that was his line, my chickadee, something like that. So that's his famous name.
He's probably around the same time as Charlie Chaplin a little bit. Oh no, he might have been a little bit later than Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue before we now get Scott really angry, and he's.
I still can't get past these chip covers. I'm trying to cool down over here.
Bloody, out of the pantry, probably. Yeah. Is it my go?
Your turn.
Okay. I'm going to go with top 5 burger rings.
Oh, yeah, they're one of mine.
Burger rings, and they're in the red packet, people.
No, they're in an orange packet.
Orange and brown, yeah. Oh, like a pure red you're talking about?
No, well, Scott's right on this, but
like a burnt orange, I would say.
Yeah. Burger rings, because I munched on some burger rings this weekend, and I became very sick. At
burger ring.
Yeah, so they're lovely little burger rings, and you can put them on and pretend
fingers.
you're Gollum, so precious and stuff like that. That's a Hobbit joke, everybody. So yeah, and here we
Burger
go.
rings are delicious.
Burger rings. So
Yeah.
those third one across there, that must be the New Zealand one. They're in Bluebird packaging.
Yeah,
Oh.
Bluebird is creates
They
all
are
these.
different there. Wow.
So,
Different again.
so the one that's the number one there that says Woolworths on it, that'd be the Australian version.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why it says engagement ring, wedding ring, finger, millionaire hot seat. Associated things. Weird.
Damn. Oh, for WC Fields.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon movies, yeah. That's
Oh,
incredible.
burger rings.
So they're all different, just different across the world.
Yeah, because they're different manufacturers. You see, you probably give different packaging, and marketing.
I go over here.
Yeah, I guess. So,
Wonder who started burger rings. I wonder if they're an
That
American.
don't look so good.
thing.
Oof, Jesus.
That's what it is. That what you ate on the weekend, Pete? To make
yeah,
Oh,
I
kids.
got a big packet of those 25 small packets and just started to munch. Not of all burger rings though. They're different packets and different.
Wow.
So there's one of Hellers. Never heard of that before.
No.
Hmm.
Yeah, eyes are being opened tonight. Yeah, see, he's got the burger rings on his finger. Oh, it's a girl. Burger rings on a finger. So that's how I used to eat them as a kid as well.
5 at a time.
Well, they've got smaller. They've got smaller, and they've got really. There used to be really nice texture in these burger rings, but they've changed it and changed it for the worst.
They're not my favorite.
So, but if you have them in small amounts, but
Burger hoops.
they're all right.
Knockoffs.
Yeah.
You thought knockoffs were any of the toy community and the chip community too.
What they call burger rings, right? So yeah,
Booger rings.
Bugger rings.
burger rings.
That happens in prison, doesn't it?
Oh dear.
Is enough burger rings?
That's the one for the homosexual.
Strike.
That's a joke. That's a joke out there for your homosexuals out there. Bugger rings.
I think we got that, Pete. I don't know that you needed to take it there, but
Thank you. Good night.
if the joke doesn't fully land, explaining it isn't generally going to get a laugh.
Well, it has you, isn't it? You're laughing now, so there we go. Explaining the joke of explaining the joke of explaining the joke.
All right. Number 4. On that note, I'm going to number 4. All right, number 4.
Before Scott and I get into another mini war of explaining jokes, let's go.
I'm going to have to admit that as a child, I didn't eat a lot of these snacks. Chocolate and snacks weren't a big part. It's only, I guess, as an adult where you get your own money, you can start eating things. Anyway, this one is now a favorite because, Leanne and I have discovered this. This is an Aldi brand. So this is probably not known to anyone, but this is called Blackstone Sweet Chili and Sour Cream Chips. Now, these things are the bomb. Now, if Leanne likes a chip, then you know it's going to be a good chip because she's not a massive chip eater. You can smell the sweet
is she a
chili.
man eater?
She's not a big chip eater. So when she's eating these, she's a man eater. That's right. And I in some trouble. So you can really taste the chili and sour cream in these. These are amazing, these chips. So they call them a deli-style potato chip. I'm selling this. So hopefully Aldi will contact me for a contract. Yeah, they're beautiful, darling. Sorry, she can't have them at the moment. But
the packet color's wrong, but you will go into that.
Yeah. So we could eat
I've got to say, I have become an Aldi. What, they're spicy?
They've got a little bit of tang to them for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, the chili.
I've become an Aldi shopper myself in the past couple of months, and I did sample that chip brand for the first time 2 weekends ago, and it was a tremendous chip. Not that flavor. I think I might have got like a chorizo flavor or something, but either way, it was a lovely kettle cooked, wonderful crunch. Just a fabulous chip.
I think you'll enjoy these, Scott. Yeah, they have like a little bit of tang, like a little bit of bite to them. And I know how much you like a little bit of bite in your food.
Well, you have zero tolerance for spice. So if I had that, mate, I don't think I would get that same. I would feel that same kick.
Your tongue thing buds have been burnt away.
Possibly, quite possibly. But
Anyway,
I did love a bit of spice.
Chip.
But I will take your recommendation.
It's number 4.
There we go.
Yummy. I've got all these chips open. Don't you worry, they will get eaten eventually. I'll put them into seal bags and
5 bags open at the end of the night.
maybe 6.
Like Andrew with lining up his 5 chocolate bars last time.
I've got to take up the mantle for us, right? Andrew's not here.
Got to represent. I love it.
So I've got to eat some chips tonight.
Yeah,
anyway, that's number 4.
Yeah. Scott, you're number 4.
So another nostalgic one for me, and it looks like they are still around, but I honestly didn't think they were because I very rarely see them these days. You know the Samboy chip brand, Samboy.
Oh yeah.
Are they still doing their thing? Because I don't tend to see them in my Coles or the Aldi that I go to, so I don't know where you find them these days. But Samboy, the thing I like about this particular chip was that it was a flavor that was unique to that company, or at least it wasn't a staple. It wasn't a salt and vinegar or a chicken. I'm talking about the Samboy Atomic Tomato. I used to love that chip as a kid. I've not had it in years, but it's basically tomato sauce in chip form. And if there's one thing that every Aussie kid and probably Kiwi kid loves as well, is tomato sauce. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but tomato sauce was a staple on our dinner table. Regardless of what we were eating, my brother and I were just lacing sauce up. So I won't do that gesture again. But so yes, Samboy Atomic Tomato.
I remember them.
Number 4 for me.
Look, we can get them from Catch.
Yes, look at this.
Next time you go on Catch to buy a computer, you can buy a bag of chips.
There we go.
Catch.com.au.
That's a big pack at 175 grams. That's good.
$4 out of stock. Yeah, you can never find them in the shops. Never see them.
We don't get Sambos over here.
No Samboys.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
No Samboys for the Kiwis.
Yeah, so boys, sorry.
Mr. Reynolds is chiming in and just having a laugh at us that we're calling them chips instead of crisps. I find the crisps thing weird. To me, like it's like it makes me think of like a peppermint crisp. You know what I mean? Like when I hear people, when I hear someone say, "Oh, I feel like some crisps or whatever," it makes me think of like almost like a sweet thing,
Oh yeah, that's true.
Do either of you guys call them ever call them crisps in your house or nah?
No,
neither.
The crisp is the little bit of dryness that you get off the when you have Christmas dinner and you get the pork and the crispy crackle.
Crackling.
Yeah, that's
crackle.
Crisp.
Yeah,
give me the crispy bit. That's that bit.
Yeah, they've got pork rinds still, and they're crispy. They've still got pork rinds.
I suppose pork rinds would pass as a chip for the purpose of the top 5, but yeah.
Well, it can be anything really. It can be crisps,
any savoury snack. And I'm going to actually push the limit on it a little bit later when I get to my number 2 or 3 spot.
Okay. That's right, Scott.
Tomato.
We can do that, Scott, for you. When you leave. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm wearing out my welcome on the P.G.M show over here.
I'm just joking, Scott. Do you want me to explain it? I'll explain it.
I know you're joking, but that one did land with me.
Australians and New Zealanders, aren't we a funny bunch?
We are indeed.
What's chips are what you have with fish here.
And here too.
Yeah.
I don't know why they both get called chips for. I don't know why.
Hot
Well,
chips.
see, yeah, I make that distinction by calling them hot chips. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
exactly. I'll just go
Yeah.
hot chips. Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. I understand.
All right,
Under me.
Mike.
This way, I
Over
don't.
to you,
I don't
Mike.
have to remove the screen. I can just switch it to what I'm going to pick next.
Right,
Is that all right?
yep.
Share this tab instead. My
Right.
favorite. You can also eat off your fingers. Tubes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's one of mine too.
Still around. So you still get them.
They came back, didn't they?
I don't see them in a bag anymore. I usually see them in a box. Oh, you get them in a bag.
I can't believe, Mike, that you've got 3 above tubes because they're right up there.
They're massive up here. People were taking them off the shelves before they could actually get to the shelves when they came back about 12, 18 months ago. You couldn't find them. Racking them off.
Tubes.
Where are the
Tubes.
tops, Mike? Tube tops.
Yeah, we're a weird bunch, Luke.
Yeah,
we are indeed.
But you love us anyway.
But you love us, I hope.
Yeah, Luke. I mean, come on. You come all the way from Grand Hill.
Where?
Sorry, Luke. Luke will get that. He won't like that joke.
Put them on my fingers. Well, actually, they were going to be a special mention, the tubes. If we got to a special mention, the tubes were coming out.
Why
Not
tubes, Mike? Sorry.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
why?
they have a flavor to them that's quite unique to anything else.
Very unique.
I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like a chili, not even chili, a sweet chili. I don't know, barbecue-y taste. Yeah, it's a very unique taste.
They've got a sauciness to them.
Very
Saucy,
unique.
yes. Saucy.
As kids, you just like them because they taste good, but as an adult, you don't even go and check. Oh, what actually flavor do they ever put on the packet? Like I don't know what to say there.
Which Star Wars figure do you reckon Star Wars character would eat tubes? I'm just throwing that out there now.
Snaggletooth.
Snaggletooth would like the tubes. I like
Sitting, you know the picture of him sitting at that bar in the red outfit on the card.
Yeah.
He's sitting there.
Getting the
He'd be
tubes.
sitting there eating tubes and peanuts and having a drink. Yeah.
I love it.
I suppose it'll be, you know, if you're in New York, right? You're sitting on the tube eating tubes, right? It'd be quite ironic.
On the
Yeah.
tube. On the tube. I have a meme explaining the chip scenario. Can I share that tab?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I think this will clear things up. So
Oh,
you go.
okay, here we go.
Chips, crisp, French fries, chips, chips. And as you can see, Jackie Chan with his, I don't understand. There you go.
There you go. That's a good one.
Oh, that's right. They do. They call them French fries. But then our French fries are McDonald's.
Well, no.
Yep.
So the way I look at it, when it comes to hot chips, thin ones are fries, thick ones are chips. Or unless they're wedges, obviously there's something
which are
different.
thicker again. Yeah.
But like with that said, if I went to Macca's and I didn't get a combo, let's say I just bought a burger and I wanted some fries to go with it, I probably would still say to them, "Hey, can I get a McChicken and a small chips, please?" I don't think I'd call them fries. I just wouldn't think to do that at Macca's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still probably call them chips, even though they're the fries. But that's neither here nor there.
And all the rest of the world watching goes, "What the hell is Macca's?" Because we're the only one that call it Macca's.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, true.
If you like to
clarify.
If you like to actually complain to the top 5 at 5, but not at 5 live stream, that's PO Box 591 Scott Crusher.
Yes. Settle all your complaints here. And your positive feedback too. Crickets.
I give Scott so much shit, don't I? Really, I'm sorry.
Mate, listen, I love it. I don't care. I'm here for it.
Okay, let's move on. Is it whose turn is it? Mine?
Yours.
Mine. Okay. Well, it's another bluebird. It's
let me get this one ready.
What are we on? We're on
3.
3, 4.
No, you're 4, Pete.
You're four.
I can't count backwards. It'll be Cheezels for me.
Yeah.
Cheezels, the Bluebird Cheezels.
Good shit.
So, which is in a dark blue packet. So, yeah.
I think it's the same here, isn't it?
Yeah, same here.
So yeah. So
Blue with orange, I believe.
yeah. And that's another ring as well. It's a thicker ring.
It is.
So yeah, it's a thicker ring.
Is that why you like it? Because it's a thicker ring, or?
Yeah. So yeah.
I'll find a picture for you. I tried to get a picture of Australia and New Zealand in the same shot. I'll share that.
And this has a very cheesy taste to it. Almost a little bit tangy as well. Tangy and cheesy. Not that much tangy, but more cheesy. So it goes out.
Cheese. Cheezels.
So, and that's why they call it Cheezels, because it's Cheezels. I'm going to lose myself totally in this direction. So anyway, again, what's we go to this. Jesus, if I come to Australia, I'll just eat. I'll avoid the language barrier over crisps, chips, fries, wedges, and hot chips, and any other crazy that comes with potatoes.
Luke,
Exactly.
no.
Exactly, Luke.
If you do come to Australia, you won't have to worry about the complexities of how to order your chips, crisps, fries, wedges, or anything else, because one of us will be there with you, shouting you and possibly even hand feeding you as well. Looking up.
Open up, Luke. Open up.
Yeah. If you ever come to Australia, Luke, you eat for free. That's my promise now.
If you ever come to New Zealand, you won't be eating free. You'll be buying from me, Luke.
He's unsubscribed now.
Sorry, Luke. I couldn't resist that. That was just brilliant on my part. Anyway,
Party. Yes.
Is it the Cheezels Pete? Are the right Cheezels?
Let's have a look.
I just saw that tab down the bottom.
It's
Bluebird cheese. Is that the Aussie one?
Bluebird. Is it Bluebird?
Bluebird's right here. I can click on that if you want.
Yeah. Bluebird's the Cheezle packet we have.
This thing here.
It's different again.
These.
Wow.
Yeah. Yours is penguin flavored.
Free penguin with every pack.
Yeah,
we
straight out
don't
of
actually,
the
we don't actually kill penguins, ladies and gentlemen, and put them in cheeses.
New Zealanders.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, countdown. See, countdown looks like Woolworths. It's the same store.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Woolworths logo is the countdown logo.
Yeah, because it's the same. It's the same
brand.
Company, isn't it? Same brand company.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
But we just brand it as Countdown. You guys, Woolworths. So,
I think music, when you start talking countdown, I'm thinking of bloody ABC program from the 80s. Countdown. Anyway, but Andrew's right. The Cheezels were just out at every party, kids party in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah,
Cheezels
right.
are very nostalgic as well.
Yeah, I mean, great movie snack as well.
Did someone just give that kid a Cheezle? What's he coughing for? Sorry, Mike.
I'm just laughing at Lukey.
Why can I just see myself in a high chair now with Scott doing the
into the tomato sauce and wee. Making it for that service.
So that's thanks Luke for that visual sense that's going to haunt me for the rest of my life. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
Can I say one thing about Cheezels?
Yes, go for it.
One thing that I do really like about Cheezels now, just in terms of a point of difference, and when Mike had that first screen open that showed all the Australian Cheezels products, they come in a box now in the supermarket. And it's just, I don't know. It's like, it's almost like you're just eating cereal directly out of the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so weird to eat. It's strange to eat chips out of a box. And I like that point of difference.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I know what you mean, yeah.
Just a
That
little
was in a
tidbit.
That was one before, wasn't it? The boxes.
Yeah, on the left. Oh, sorry, on the right as well. Yeah. Chip box, Cheetos, Cheezels box. Yeah.
It's funny that they bring boxes back with chips because of the plastic, but
It's a good. But mind you, they do have like a foil pack inside. So
yeah.
But anyways, that's just I enjoy that as well. So
they only do that with little small crackers. Remember, with that box and cellophane.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
But they're not classed as chips; they're classed as biscuits. So, anyway, Matt, over to you, Matt. Are we on Matt?
Yeah, I see a theme. I see a theme with my snacks, and it seems to be a little bit cheese related. I don't know why, but this one is like Doritos Cheese Supreme. That's it. I love these. These are good for nachos as well. Oh man, like that cheese. If I could just share the actual smell with you guys, you would be blown away. Like,
this is becoming an ASMR video.
It is, isn't it? And then, like, then you eat and you go.
Can you, whisper, Matt, whisper.
Yeah.
Talk in hushed tones.
Now.
He's talking in some tones, but we can't understand him.
Very cheesy.
These are very cheesy.
So is Matt. Nice.
What a crunch.
So
a
these
real
have
cruncher
become
over there.
a favourite in the last few years. Like, I wasn't a big CC's guy, but I've discovered these in the last few years, and I love it.
I'm not sure that I could tell you the difference between Doritos and CC's on a blind test. You know what I mean? Like the Pepsi Max Challenge. I don't think I could distinguish. I like them both, but I wouldn't say I'm a CC's person versus a Doritos person or vice versa. Corn chips are kind of corn chips to me.
Well, you're right. Like, I think when it comes to just those plain CC's and Doritos, like plain chips that you use for nachos, I don't think I could tell the difference either. But these, I see a lot of stuff. There might be, Andrew.
Yeah.
It's a shame you're not around to come and, eat some with me, my friend. Like, we could smash a few of these packs tonight. I just had dinner, you see, so I'm not really into smashing all these chips. But, anyway, that's my number 3 at this stage.
Right. Well, I'm not a big fan of Doritos. They, when I had asthma years ago, all right, because the strong powderiness, the strong,
Oh, yeah, they do. They have
they affect the coloring affected my asthma a great deal, so I couldn't really eat them. Yeah, so I can't eat them now. I can't eat them now because there's just the strong coloring. It's just overpowering. So yeah.
Well, these are very similar to the puffs because they got like that dust on them, so you can't be handling toys after you've eaten some cheesy Doritos.
Matt's toy room is going to need a good vacuum.
It does. True. Anyway, over to you, Scotty, for number 3.
Was on the ground snorting up all the dust there, Scott.
Alrighty. So my number 3 was going to be burger rings. I love burger rings, but I'll give you something different. And it's another one that does it's another chip where I couldn't tell you the last time I've had it. I don't think I would have had these in the last 10 years, but I remember having them quite a lot as a kid. And they're light and tangy thins.
Thins.
Yeah, Muzza.
Okay. Yeah, light and tangy thins. Yeah.
And light and tangy, if I remember correct, it's like Smiths don't do them and Kettle, it's very much a thins flavor. And Pete, light and tangy for us is, I believe, light green.
Light green.
If I'm remembering correctly.
You are correct.
Pete doesn't have that flavor in New Zealand, do you?
Well, no, Pete would have Thins. Thins would be in New Zealand, I'm sure.
Yeah, things, but I don't pay any attention to it because all my chips. I gotta say this: all those chips that we're mentioning tonight, in my store, my New World store. This is just an offshoot. Have gone gluten fucking free now. Why I don't know. There's a bit of a rant. Sorry for you guys
That's
that actually
okay.
hear it. Right,
Let's go.
I'm not a gluten-free guy, and all my chips in my damn freaking New World have gone gluten fucking free. Why on earth would you?
No.
In your local supermarket?
Leanne just unsubscribed. You've lost 2 subscribers now, Pete.
Anyway, Scott, back to you. No, I don't really pay attention to those things. That might be the same color.
Mike, can I get a picture of those? If
Pete just has to push the button. Push the button, Pete. There you go. There you go.
There we go. Light and tangy Thins. They're a great chip. I mean, they're a pretty underrated chip to me, actually, light and tangy Thins. Like, I don't think they'd be top of mind for many people thinking about the best chips, but they're just because similar to Tasty Tubes, like there's something unique about them.
You're right. My nephew loves these. So, of course, a lot of family get-togethers. If someone's allocated to get chips, we get some of these.
So while we're ranting about chips, can I let off just a mini rant? You know what shits me up the wall is when you buy a full-size packet of chips and you open it and there's about 40% of the bag is full of chips.
Yes. The rest is air.
That annoys me greatly. So,
really irks me. Anyway, Pete started ranting, so I took the baton.
It was your turn.
You're right. You're right. God damn it, you're right, Scott.
I'm not hating it. I'm upset.
It's a tragedy. Why, God damn you, have you put less chips in it?
Damn you.
Right.
Damn you, Procter and Gamble, or whatever the company is.
Let's do a Biden. Let's do a Biden and weigh down the war of chip packets.
When the federal election happens, our chip packets will be filled appropriately.
Yes, exactly. We're on the march. Scott in his country and me in my country will get together and protest.
I don't want to lose another subscriber for Pete. So let's not make comments like that again.
Do you know Doritos are done by Bluebird as well? I just read here, Bluebird Foods do Doritos as well. Oh, you're not going to be able to see that, but
hang on. Is that already on the screen? Yeah, there's my next one. I'm mucking around behind the scenes. I didn't know it was sharing. Natural chip confectionery, sea salt and vinegar is my next one. That one.
Okay.
The third one across there.
Explain, please, Mike, because I don't. Don't have these.
I think when the natural chip company and the natural confectionery company started, they just had some value in there. What you bought. You bought stuff that was like it was good money. So the salt and vinegar has always been a favorite, and that is one of the ones that I prefer from them. Well, it's the only one I buy from them if I have to buy them.
Oh, okay. They are good chips. You know, the flavor that I enjoy in that brand is the cracked pepper because, again, it's a unique flavor that you don't really see in other brands.
Yeah, they're the only company that make that, don't they? Cracked pepper.
They do good chips, natural chip color.
Crack color. They do crack color. Oh, that's really controversial. They do crack color. All right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I got off the tangent there, Mike. Go for it.
Right. It's all good. Yes, salt and vinegar. Maybe I'll talk about it again when I get to my number one. I was looking at. I'm trying to find the picture of number 2, and the number 2 picture I can't come out for me. You probably saw it.
The question I want to ask is: are these a little bit more classy packets of chips? Like
when they first came out, they were more affordable. Not necessarily. They were more like cost effective. They were like, this is another chip company starting up, and they were cheaper to buy than their competitors. But now that years later, they're on parity and they're the same kind of price in the shops. They were like a good value chip, a good value, good quality, and now they're the same as the most expensive one on the market.
Because
the competitors $4 a bag, they're $4 a bag.
So look at the packets. There's a little bit more
Fancy.
Elegant, you
They
know.
do.
Yeah.
They do, yeah. But they're still fairly well priced. Like I think they'd be cheaper than like a Kettle or a Red Rock or something like that.
Yeah. That is correct.
Or a Tyrrell's, which are another good brand, but just expensive.
Oh, I never see them on sale, those Tyrrell things.
No.
Never see them on sale.
That'll be my next rant.
$6.50 a bag. Disgusting. Yeah, the big bag, $6.50 a bag.
Disgraceful.
And then they go, they're on sale. You can buy 2 for $10. I'm like, I'm not buying 2 bags of chips for $10.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Fucking outrageous.
Join me on the new show. Join me on the new show with Scott and I rant over simplistic little things like chips.
Yeah. Yeah. What's upsetting us this week with Scott Crusher and P.G.M? Oh dear.
How to brush your hair? What rants can we? I've got none. Still rant anyway. Sorry, got off on a tangent. Right, whose go is it?
You'll go.
Back to you, Pete.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Sorry, 3. Is that 3?
Number 3, Pete.
Okay. I'm going to go with the. Hopefully, I haven't mentioned these rations this time. New Zealand rations this time. So
rations.
Rations.
So they're in the same vein as burger rings and everything else that I've just probably mentioned.
What's the name of them?
Yeah.
Is that the name of them? Rations?
Rations, yeah.
Definitely not this picture. Oh my god.
I'm thinking World War II rations.
Yeah, me too.
Would you like to see what turned up in the
Russians? Just some mealy grubs and some canned pie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of, like watching Gallipoli.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? What are we looking at here?
Rations. That's how.
Oh, okay.
That's a come up.
No. Sorry.
Oh, is it that second word there? Search instead for RASHENS.
Oh.
Is that what you're
Bluebird rations.
Rashes. Like rashes of bacon.
Like rashes? Like where you'd get your stereos back in the day?
Oh my God, Scott. What's that from the 1960s? What the heck?
No, brushes was still around when I was a kid.
Pete, how do you spell this thing?
Rations is spelled RASINS. Like
RAS.
That's raisins.
Raisins.
RAS.
And I missed out the H.
RASHINS. Chips. Oh, here we go.
We've actually got it's actually a UN. Rations.
Yeah.
Rations.
I can't spell. I'm not a counter.
We didn't even know what they were, so it doesn't matter.
Are they a cheese flavored chip? Are they like a Cheetos?
They're bacon cheese.
Oh, bacon. Okay.
Yeah, so
like Cheetos, cheese, and bacon balls or something.
Yeah.
They're a flat, curly, big, thick, kind of crusty chip.
Why are you getting a free penguin again with them?
They sound wonderful.
So they're great. They're fantastic. Also, I was having much on those for the week as well.
You can buy them here.
So
you can buy them here. Woolworths.
Yeah,
wow.
So they'll be in the international food section where everyone walks past because everything's so expensive.
Yeah, but I've got to tell you, Mike, since we did our last one, every time I'm at a supermarket, I look for a Perky Nana and I look for a Pinkies, and I can't find either of them.
No, me either.
It's weird. It's like they're on their websites, but I'm assuming only selective stores have it. Because I'm always looking out for them, and I'm going to start looking out for rations as well.
Yeah,
because I always want to sample these things after Pete tells us about them.
For people who are hard of hearing, Scott didn't say he's going to search for Russians. It means rations. So
that's correct. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to
search for the Russians. Definitely.
I couldn't resist, Scott.
Throw that away. I saved it. Sometimes my brain catches me out before I say things. I'm glad on that occasion that worked. All right. Are we going
You
around
ready
to
for
me
me
next?
next, Matt?
All right, number 2. Well, this is maybe not a chip, but since they've invented these, I love them. I've only got a small bag, so I've gone small. But these shapes, the Vegemite shapes. Oh wow, I'm big again. And cheese, Vegemite and cheese, are absolutely the bomb.
Yeah, but we call them chips, though.
Well,
Aren't
no,
they?
no. I've got one coming up that's just going to test it as well. I mean, I'll give it to you, Matt, because I've got another one that coming up that I'll need your support on.
I say chips. It
Very,
doesn't like, and they're shaped like Australia, which is so cool. Every now and then you might find a Tasmania in there to chow down on.
very
But
controversial, this week. Very controversial.
yum.
So I'm going to have to go to our international judges.
Okay.
But they're not here. Russia's not
I'm
here.
going to let it pass.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I reckon you should get Pete. I've given you some of these. I think I've sent some of these.
I'll let it pass,
Like
guys. I do actually. Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, they're addictive. They're flipping addictive. So yeah.
They're always on special as well. So
Yeah.
I always find myself with a box. A box of these small ones because these are good for snacks. So,
No, I'll let shapes pass. I'll let shapes pass. So there we go. Yeah.
they're kind of a chip, but they're a biscuit, I guess, as well.
They're
Still cracker.
Cracker.
cracker. That's the one.
That's a cracker.
We'll go with cracker, guys, because it does actually sound like chips. Starts with a C. So there we go.
I mean,
I
like
agree.
the thing is, like, they're not in the same aisle as the chips. So so the supermarkets don't categorize them as chips, but I do because I've got a cracker coming up that I'm going to try and sneak in at my number 2 as well.
Okay, well, it's your turn. So
Is it? Thank you.
sneak it in. Sneak it in.
Give it a crack, Scott. Give it a crack.
Give it a crack. Alrighty. So my number 2 is the greatest flavor of shapes ever. Always has been, always will be, except for a brief period where they tried to change the recipe and caused a mighty uproar in the community. And I'm talking about pizza shapes.
Right.
Yeah.
I absolutely love. To this day, I will destroy a box of pizza shapes watching sport or something like that. I love them, and even when you finish with the shapes and you've got like that, pool of just like pizza seasoning down the bottom, just magnificent, tremendous.
There they are.
And Pete, they're purple here, the pizza shapes.
Yeah, they're purple here too. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
that's good of Arna.
Yes.
That's damn fine.
I'm disappointed that you didn't go to the shops and get a box of these so you could start eating them. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, I hear you.
I just noticed that Hawaiian. Hawaiian
shape.
Oh, they sound fantastic.
Yeah. I think shapes are an Australian and New Zealand kind of deal. So
okay.
Yeah,
I think you're right because whenever I've seen someone unbox, one of Matt's parcels and it's had the Vegemite and cheese shapes, most people are like, "Oh, we don't have shapes here." Like people in the UK and US and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's like an Australian, New Zealand thing and Oceania thing.
But what I had a bit of a rant here as well on
Fire
shapes,
away, brother. Let's go.
Is that they've changed the smaller. They're smaller and
the biscuits
and their texture has changed. Slightly rancid. Right?
Rancid?
Rancid?
I won't have this.
Wrong word to use, but it's smaller and it's the taste is different than years ago. All right, so being the pizza one or what was the other one,
the barbecue one
was a lot bigger, a whole lot bigger. Right, shapes were a whole lot bigger, and now they're really small.
They got smaller,
so really smaller. So that's my rant.
Interesting.
Yeah. Who's gone? Who's gone off?
Andrew's about to tune out because he came for chips and not crackers. That's all right, Andrew. That's my last mention of crackers. We're going back to chips from here on out. Just a slight detour.
Yeah, yeah, we've gone. Yeah, we've stopped being crackers. Now we're going back to chips. So yeah,
Yeah, no more crackers.
so
All right, Mike, over to you, buddy.
All right, another school favorite that I can't get a big picture of,
oops.
but I haven't seen them in many, many years.
Sorry, mate.
There we go. Share that tab there. Pac-Man.
Oh,
Pac-Man.
wow.
What?
The Pac-Man. Yeah, they were a big thing at my school.
I didn't know these were a thing.
I remember Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I remember these too.
They're right next to my
Yeah.
chickadees.
I remember the
I can't get that picture bigger. Yeah, I was typing before. I can get the chickadees picture bigger, but I can't get the Pac-Man picture bigger. So
They were shaped like Pac-Man, weren't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
yellow,
I
weren't
remember
they?
Pac-Man cereal, but not
I'll
chips.
try and give it the old. Oh, that's better. Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
Another, isn't it? Yeah, it might be as big as I can get it. Pac-Man. I see the Doritos and that they got the Phantom Menace on there. So
Yeah. Look at the burger rings too. Got the little
25
eyes.
years old.
That's amazing.
So, Mike, I'm assuming these aren't around anymore, Pac-Man?
I don't believe so. No, that
No.
was definitely while I was at school. When I went into high school, my high school was like I went having the kids chips that you had because we had them in Queensland, and the primary schools had them, but the high schools didn't because it's like considered for a younger audience, and I never saw them after that. Yeah. Whether they were a canteen special, I didn't see them in the shops. Obviously, I didn't go to the shops and go, yeah, Pac-Man on the shelf.
I remember these. As a kid and eating them.
Mm.
So, didn't they have ghosts in the Pac-Man as well?
Yeah, I think that's right. And with the eyes and the mouth. Like, ooh.
As well.
Yeah.
I think.
I think you're right, Pete. Yeah, now you and weren't the Pac-Man's little mouths so open all the time?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it's yeah.
Right, Pete.
Yeah, shame they disappeared. There's a bit of a shame they disappeared. So, I suppose. I suppose Miss Pac-Man got sick of him being on the shelves and took him off.
Because all these other video games took over and Pac-Man was the thing of the past. So it was just like, yeah,
you're right.
Put into the ethers of time and forgotten about.
When were you going to school, Mike? Like at what year were they around?
Primary school for me was all the 80s. So I'm like at least 89, 88, 89 definitely was eating them. By the time I got to high school in the 90s, it was like never saw them again.
Yeah. I mean, and Scott being a child of the 1880s, I don't think he would probably know these. Right? So.
A little bit before his time, is it?
I'm jealous though. Like they would have been awesome. But were they just like plain salt flavor, or were they cheesy, or what was the go? Do you remember, Mike?
Tell you the truth, I don't know. I just remember how cool they are. I think the Pac-Mans were cheese, and then the ghost ones were like a plain. Does that make
okay?
Yeah.
No, some of them were, but I think some of them were a little bit more tangier than. All right, so I think you're right on the Pac-Man. Yes, cheesy type texture and flavor, and then some of the ghosts. I think the green ones, maybe the pink ones, were a little bit more tangier. And the rest was probably plain. So
they would have made them all plain, and then to get the color and the texture for others, like Pac-Man has to be yellow, so they've got to give him the green dust on him, and then the ghost they would have to have a different flavored dust to put on him. It's going back. That's an old memory though. It's just the packaging is like that's the thing. I was like, oh, I remember those. Someone out there's probably got that in their collection. Someone's probably got a packet of those.
Andrew. Just kidding.
The man with one of everything.
I'm searching eBay. I can't find anything on eBay. Anyway.
Oh, Pac-Mans.
Yeah, I remember those. I used to eat those for man, I used to munch on those. Munch. Get it? Munch. Pac-Man.
Munch away.
You're on fire.
You
are on fire.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Yeah, that was a hugely stupid name joke, but anyway. Okay, who's next? Who's next?
You are.
It's yours.
Me. It's me.
Number two, you.
Okay, you probably won't hear. I said, my number two. Shit, what's my number two? Okay. Okay. Twisties. I'll go with Twisties. Did I say
Yeah,
Twisties?
well,
Shit.
you
No.
haven't said twisties yet.
No
one
one
said
said
twisties.
Oh,
No.
okay. Twisties is another cheesy brand
Mm,
of Bluebird. I think everybody knows about Twisties.
yeah.
So
Let's
I
see
know
what
that Chubby Checker knew about Twisties.
Go back here.
Life's pretty straight with
here.
that.
Try to get you a nice range of picture. That
Cheese twisties, Pete?
Sorry?
Cheese flavour?
cheese, chicken.
Cheese. It's the wrong
Was it-
Twisties packet for starters, but
Oh, there's the Aussie ones.
What's
I've
the
had those,
purple in there?
those purple
It's
ones.
like a berry flavour. It's a Donut King collab, I think.
Twisted raspberry.
Or raspberry.
Yeah.
we've got the cheesy blue packet Twisties, Bluebird Twisties packet.
So if I put in Twisted chips and then go New Zealand, there you go.
So
There you go.
Ah,
What?
these things.
so
What?
Curlies?
What are they?
They're not twisties.
well,
They
That was like countdown.
They look like bloody cheese puffs. That's what they look
Yeah.
like.
That was the first thing Matt pulled out.
but they're better than cheese puffs, Matt. So they're Twisties.
Oh, unsubscribe.
What the
So-
hell?
Yeah, so these again. Look at the penguin, right? I'm going through, I'm going through the catalog of Bluebird penguin chips, right? For the top 5. So, and they make a lot of our chips, penguin,
Yeah.
Bluebird, right? So they make our green and onion, right, and our green, our salt and vinegar chips, and these kind of chips, right? So
Twisties.
as to you Australians, you might have a dead kangaroo on your packet, so.
They'd be called skippies.
No, wallaroos.
Sorry, have we gone too far? Okay, it's hard to stop. So, yeah.
Look like
Um,
wallaroos.
Very interesting.
So
Yeah.
they're a little bit more, not too cheesy, but they're a little bit more sedated. A horrible word to use. I couldn't think of any other words to use. So.
What's the dark green packet back up there, Mike?
That was
Those ones.
tomato.
Oh. Well, that might actually interest you, Scotty. They look like a little bit like the atomic Samboy.
Have a look on site. La ferme jamás faremos. Well, that sounds
See,
Spanish.
what do you Spanish. The Spanish twisty.
Yeah, it's got tomato. I didn't know a tomato was green, but it starts off that way.
You're not right.
And then over this one here is cheese, and the same thing. Life imi hanamanas wanatami. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well, it's
These
Very
foreign
interesting.
variants. It's like looking up Kenner. It's all these foreign variants.
yeah, that's it.
There's
What was
P.G.M.
the catchphrase for the New Zealand twisties? Like, we used to have lives pretty straight without twisties. So what would they have
and
said
then
in
on
New
the back
Zealand?
it says it's a straight world without twisties.
Yep, that's our catchphrase. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a straight world. Sorry, the world today is not like that at all.
No.
There you
It's
New
all
Zealand
curly.
twisties.
There you go, Pete. You're surprising us tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's no rant involved, so we can probably move on to.
No rants.
Matt,
It's always good.
Matt,
Me. Number one. Well, my number one is nostalgic because it is, I guess, the chip that has stayed with me for many, many moons. I always go back to them. And I know Scotty's already shown them, but I've got them in the flesh. The good old salt and vinegar chip. Look at that. You can't beat these guys. I'm going to delve into a pack now.
Rip in, Matt. Just smash them.
Oh, that smell, hey, the salt and vinegar smell. You can't beat these. Like, we wouldn't have had too many chips as kids, but if I was ever, I guess, allowed to have a packet of choice, it would have been the salt and vinegars. I'm going to have to stop talking so I can eat a chip. Yum. Is that good enough, Andrew? That's a chip.
Matt, you eat chips in a pretty restrained way, eh? Like I'm a shoveler when I eat chips. I shovel like.
Well, I'm on camera.
You're restraining yourself.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a shoveler too, actually.
Oh, you had a wish chip. You got to make a wish when you eat one of that shaped chip.
Okay.
That was always how it worked in my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like those chips that were folded over were like wish chips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, these are yum.
Knowing that, I wish the stream to be over pretty soon.
As the longer it goes on, the more subs you lose.
Yeah.
What?
No, Smiths are a classic.
Poor people.
Chippies.
I never said I was rich, Andrew.
Darth Muzzer said that there's recently a cinnamon donut flavored one. I have a picture of that. I have a picture of that.
Yeah, they had a collaboration with Donut King.
Really? God.
Yeah, for a cinnamon donut flavored twisty.
Oh my God.
There it is.
Yeesh.
There it is.
Is that VTR Dave eating one there in the middle?
Yes.
No. Okay, Twisty's Donut King Cinnamon Donut. I don't think I've seen these.
God.
At the cricket, they should give these out at the cricket, shouldn't they? Like for...
I'm so glad Darth Muzzer said that.
Jay McGrath Day, yeah.
Yes, Muzzer. Oh my God, my friend.
I do as well. With peanut butter.
Oh, what?
Wait, hang on. You just put chips on a dry sandwich
with sauce.
Oh, with tomato sauce.
Yeah.
That's strange. No, I go peanut butter with salt and vinegar chips.
Peanut butter? Why?
Peanut butter's salty. The salt and vinegar chips are salty. It all just
peanut
works.
Butter goes with anything. You know, I'm going to try that now, Pete. I'm going to try that.
The chips will stick to the bread then with the peanut butter. Yeah,
exactly.
The peanut butter and the chips stick to it.
It's a seamless experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock it then. I'm going to give it a go because it's funny. Before I met Leanne loves peanut butter and banana for breakfast. And I poo-pooed it. And then I thought I'll give it a go.
Well, dude, think about it. Banana goes with like ice cream sundaes, and peanut butter like is like a sweet. You know, it all works. Open your mind, man. Listen, if peanut butter goes with raw onion, I reckon we can make it go with banana.
All right, I'm not going to eat any more. I'm going to take these back up, and I'm going to make a not right now, but I'm going to do that, Scott.
I look forward to your feedback, Matthew.
Okay. I'll put it on Instagram tomorrow.
Sounds great.
Scott Crusher for the nostalgic sandwich.
Well, I'm not going to try that because I'm a sane person. So for these people who want to complain about this live stream, please contact Scott and Matt on PO Box 511.
I was waiting for Tabasco sauce to get chucked on them, to be honest. Like,
oh look, I'll do that too. I mean, I'll put Tabasco with anything. Tabasco's brilliant.
That's right, you did. Oh, geez.
I have chip sandwiches, Mother. I do actually have chip sandwiches, but you know, it's I do them with plain chips because I'm boring. So yeah,
so just bread and plain chips, and that's all.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah,
dry.
It's actually quite good medicine actually for sometimes your stomach. So yeah, that I find anyway for my stomach. Anyway, so it's yeah.
Like Vegemite for us.
So
like Vegemite is our medicine.
Yeah.
I was always told flat lemonade was good. I don't know if that's like one of those old wives' tales, but
old wives' a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down as an old wives' tale.
Yeah. Okay. Right. All right. Let's move on. So,
Okay. All right.
That's it. That was my number one. Over to Scott.
So my number one, it was gonna be Tasty Tubes. I mean, I absolutely
okay.
love Tasty Tubes. But because that's already been said, I'll give you guys another one. And this chip is magnificent. And Mike, if you can Google this for me, it's an American chip. So it's one of those like rare occurrences where I just happen to go to a 7-Eleven or whatever, or some sort of convenience store that has like all the American snacks. So, you know, and this is probably honestly, Tyrrell's upsets me at $6.50 a packet. I mean, this is probably an $11 packet, but for a big bag, but you know, it's a rare treat. And the brand is Hers, HERRS. And the chip is their kettle cooked jalapeno flavor. Hers,
I think I've got Hers on the banner, I think.
Oh, do you really?
I think so. I think I have.
Do you guys have Hers in NZ? Because most supermarkets here don't have them.
No, we don't have them here. So,
Hers.
We don't even have hymns.
Where's that? Is that it?
That's the one, yeah. So yeah, the jalapeno one there. It's so good, guys. I mean, and it's not it's not spicy enough that it's gonna upset Matt. But it's also like a bit tangy and it's just delicious. It is a fantastic chip if you ever have the chance.
Matt, are you going to get upset and cry? Not now, hopefully.
Well, it may make me cry. If it's got a burning sensation, it'll make me cry.
Oh, yeah, from two spaces, probably. Eyes and your ring.
You're in your rings tonight.
Yeah.
Haven't there been enough rings tonight?
Sorry, Matt. Okay.
Anyways,
that's all right, actually. That's an Americans thing, is it?
Oh, they're so good, man. Yeah, see, unfortunately, like you don't see, you know, Coles or Woolies advertising these. You know where I've got them as well is like, you know, near my mum's joint up the Central Coast, they've got one of those like lolly stores that have like American sweets and stuff. They have these.
Yep. Okay. Well, if you play your cards right, you never know what might come your way.
There you go. Oh.
Yeah, you might even get some playing cards to eat.
Or a few complaints from the P.G.M stream. on the PO box.
Go see Collector Andrew B on Instagram.
All right. Well, we do have kettles here in New Zealand, but we don't have that
brand, yeah.
So yeah. Oh, g'day, Phil. There you go, mate.
Someone said chops. That's
hello,
right.
Phil.
G'day, Phil.
Hope you're well, mate.
Yeah, Phil, we've gone over that. Yes, we do say chips instead of chips. Right. So it's take it easy, man. No, just kidding. How you going? There you go, Phil.
Phil knows because he grew up with twisties in a blue bag.
Yes, he did. Yeah. In my own hometown. He's a Nelson boy.
Salt and vinegar in a green bag, which is just.
And he also grew up with rations.
my grandfather had them in World War II.
Oh, I bet those rings taste nice, isn't it? No rations.
Oh dear.
All right, that's me. Mike, over to you.
After this, I'm going to make a mashup video of the amount of times that Pete said rings in this live stream.
From the man who was on Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Oh, funny you should mention that, Mike.
Has he told you the story?
Yeah. I don't think Scott's got 4 or 6 hours.
Has he told me the story? Not this week.
This week.
Okay.
My number one?
Yeah, number one.
All right, here we go. Share this tab. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Nice.
The Red Rock Deli sea salt and balsamic vinegar.
Yeah, not just any salt and vinegar, but sea salt and balsamic vinegar.
Yeah. Sounds like it comes out of the Mediterranean, doesn't it?
It really does.
Fancy. They're the best chips. Best you can buy.
They are good chips. That's for
That's
sure.
in Mike's opinion. Just kidding.
Until he tries those jalapeno ones.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the balsamic vinegar and they don't put just the standard vinegar that you had growing up as salt and vinegar chips. Having that special vinegar on it just
elevates it. Because when you have like Smith's salt and vinegar, it almost tastes like when you get like chips from the fish and chip joint, and they just throw that that kind of vinegar on it. Whereas this is definitely the balsamic.
They are rich chips. I agree, Andrew.
Yeah, I agree too. Yeah.
How long has Red Rock been around? Like, you obviously didn't have these as a kid, did you?
No. Let me have a
This is just a new thing, like half a
Well,
month.
so is Red Rock an Australian brand? Like, do you have these, Pete? Red Rock?
No, we don't. No, it's like Andrew and Matt just said, that bit rich for my blood. I mean, so
So from what Andrew's saying, you can tell a lot about like a man's socioeconomic status by the chips that he eats.
I mean, come on. I mean, if we start watching Mike's videos now, he'll be talking like a BBC presenter, right? So,
it's the news.
Yeah,
I didn't get that too well. It's like a lead balloon.
I'm looking on their website for their when did they start? I got nothing.
No, I feel these have been around 10, 15 years.
I'd say that, yeah. I mean, surely they've been around for at least 15 years.
Yeah.
Not too much more, though.
Established year. Let's have a look. They do not put it on their website.
Nice when they were established. Okay.
Chips and Chris in 2002, a group of passionate people got together to run. Oh, there you go, 2002. That's not even on the Red Rock Deli site.
22 years ago.
22 years ago. Not something I had in school.
No. But they are nice chips. I do.
But if you say all that in a really posh accent, you'll probably get it past everybody. So
when I eat them, I have my little pinky in the air. But
yeah. Say it, Mike. Say it like as if you've just had a packet of those. You're feeling a bit posh. How would you say it?
What am I saying? Red Rock Deli.
It's the news. Say it's the news. It's
the news.
What do I say? I say on this episode of the news. I won't scream.
You got to say it in your posh voice.
Hi, my name is Mike. It's the news coming from Australia.
Something like that.
I had to have a gimme.
I eat these chips.
It's because people remember me by it. It's like that's my little handle that people go, "Oh, I've seen him once because he does that thing." So when I started my YouTube channel, I wanted a gimmick, a handle, somewhere people go, "Oh, that's what I remember them for."
We're only giving you shit because you have posh chips you eat.
Posh chips. Don't ask me about the tea I drink either.
Yeah, or rich chips, as Andrew would call them.
Earl Grey or Darjeeling. I was like,
Very good chips. Do you need my picture on there anymore? Stop sharing that.
Who's next on this chip?
You.
Huh?
You.
Okay, it's me.
Number one for Peter.
Is it on
number
this page?
Number one, I'm going to have to go with the controversial salt and vinegar chips by Bluebird.
I don't think that's controversial among this group because we've all said salt and vinegar chips on our list.
I think it's the colour. Are you referring to the colour?
No, the controversial colour, yes. We're gonna finish with a rant.
Yes.
We're gonna bring it home with a blue.
Yes. Yeah. To see how wrong you are, Australia.
Oh my God! Yeah, the pictures. I can't believe this. Yeah, share this tab instead. That's the one. Bluebird.
Yeah, that's just plain strange.
That's odd. I'd be like, no, I don't need any sour cream and chives.
I would think that's exactly, Mike. Exactly. No, yeah. Sour cream and chives are like maybe Cool Ranch. I don't need any Cool Ranch or sour cream chips.
Yeah. That's bizarre.
That's wrong. See, that's where you're wrong.
It's so messed up. It's
Wrong.
It hurts
dare
our
they?
brain. It'd be like saying, "Have a look at my red Ferrari," and it's green. It's like it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, you can come outside and have a look at my green Ferrari then, Mike.
And it's red.
I can't fit in it. It's a dinky toy, but it's green.
Incredible.
Wow. And they've been like that forever?
Yes, I have.
How did I not notice this? I was in New Zealand in 2005. I didn't look at the chips. Probably I was. They got no salt and vinegar for me. I'll keep walking. That was right there.
You probably did, Mike. Yeah.
Walk right past them. That's got me. I just in disbelief. They're the wrong color.
Peter, when you did that bit at the start and you were explaining them, I honestly thought you were joking. Like you were just like stirring us up.
No. They're right here.
It's good when I'm right occasionally.
Yeah.
So
Epic salt and vinegar. Oh, look at this. Epic salt and vinegar.
Sick God.
Hey,
Pigeon's little mouth. He wouldn't be able to
if
fit a
you have
thick
hot
cunt.
chips. Do you ever put vinegar on hot chips?
yes, my dad was crazy about salt and vinegar fish and chips. Loved it.
I love that. I love it as well. Yeah, my dad's into it as well.
And fish is great with salt and vinegar as well. A little bit, yeah.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Maybe a little bit of tartare to go with, but yeah, salt and vinegar is great.
Yeah. So yes, regardless of Australia doesn't know and doesn't like the salt and vinegar chip packets, this is what I like and grew up with as number one. So yeah.
There's a message here about not judging a chip by its cover and, like looking on the inside, I believe. A lovely message.
Well, yes, they're not green inside, guys. Come on.
Well, but let's not make stereotypes about the exterior. Let's just enjoy the chip inside. I'll stop now.
Yeah, what Scott said, and it's on record of an Australian saying that instead of a Kiwi. So sorry, Scott.
It's okay.
Anyway, who's Matt? Let's.
No, we're done. We're done.
Are we done?
Oh,
yes. That was your number one.
Unless you want an honourable mention drink that you would have to wash it all down with, I don't know.
It's
Coke.
The color is red, and inside the bottle it's dark, and it's called Coke. So
Vanilla Coke.
Yeah. Or sometimes I have a hot beverage with chips. Would you believe? Yeah.
A hot beverage with chips. That's interesting.
Coffee and chips, stuff like that.
Cup of tea.
Yeah, cup of tea. Cup of tea is good. Yeah. So
I love a beer with chips, but or maybe soft drink with chips. But yeah, I'm more of like a hot drink with a biscuit.
Oh yeah. Beer and chips are great. Beer and chips are bloody great. Actually.
Oh shit, yeah.
Hot chips with beer, you mean?
Oh no, I meant more like salt and vinegar chips with a beer, or jalapeno Hers flavored chips with a beer. That's a fantastic combination.
Oh, okay.
But I'll do hot chips with a beer too. We can do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Mike, what tea do you drink?
English breakfast.
That's all right. That's nice. I like it.
That'll be our next top 5.
That's not teas.
Tea.
How do you drink them? How do you make them?
Through your ring.
That's another one to add to
add
the
it to the list. Yeah.
I'm just going to share this tab as well. Share this tab. It's a Reddit tab because I couldn't get the picture separate. Guide to Australian food: chips, biscuits, burger, prawn. Aussie ass. They're all chips. Hot chips, fries. I don't know what the third one is there. What kind of
What's
chips
the
is
third
that?
one?
I don't know. It looks like ground up.
Like cheesy something, like
Zoom in.
Oh, it's a Dorito.
it's Dorito.
I
Exactly.
heard Leanne just
Ah.
go upstairs. It's a Dorito.
Dorito. There you go.
There you
Why
go.
won't that bloody Reddit? Every time I zoom in, it just gets smaller. That doesn't make any sense.
Next top 5 beverages.
This is
Well, if it's an alcoholic beverage, we could be in trouble, couldn't we? But regular beverage would be
I
nice.
don't mind. I don't mind. It's a good topic, actually. Mind beverage or alcoholic or non-beverage. Might be a good idea.
Any type of beverage.
Um,
Top 5. Thanks, Muzzer.
Anyway, guys, that's it. That's our top 5 at 5, but not at 5. I'd like to actually thank Mr. Scott Crusher. All right. But also, I would love to say that we're missing one component here. Andrew, have missed you tonight. So still stay, if I may, stay healthy. With you, missed you here tonight, so it's great, and it's great to see you in chat. Anyway, so again, Scott, thank you very much. And actually, if I may too, hopefully I don't give this away. Good luck with the job.
Thank you.
So yeah, most important to go there and get a job. Anyway, Mike, fantastic to have you on this show. You and your bridge.
I cleaned it before I got here.
Thank you very much for actually doing the computer stuff and
That's all right.
putting stuff on the computer. That's awesome.
Image duties.
Love you doing that, Mike.
Makes me feel like a P.G.M producer.
You should get producing credits over here.
Yeah, it should. Yeah. And just put my name down in italics, going, I taught everything he knows. No, anyway, just thanks, Mike, for that. Matt, as always, thank you very much for
having me.
To join this as well. Anyways, guys out there, if you don't know, if you're watching this on replay, you don't know about these guys. Scott Crusher has his own channel, and usually Mike has his own channel, and so does Matt. Anyway, before we go, Scott, start with you first before we go and sign off. What is coming up on your show?
Well, look, I'm trying to finish editing a Canberra toy hunt that we did a few weeks ago. I'm hoping to have that out early next week. I've got a live stream on my channel on Monday night, and also I'll be joining Dean from Totally Taylor Retro Hunters and Dino from Geek Strong this Sunday morning for Dean's first live stream, for the first Totally Taylor Retro Hunters live stream, which I'm excited about. And
thank you very much.
Those are the main things. So looking forward to those. But Pete, thanks for having me as always, mate. Really do appreciate it. We have a laugh. We wind one another up, but I really enjoy it, mate. So thank you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It gives me comedic license to actually take the shit out of you Australians. But anyway, let's continue.
No, good on you, mate.
I kid, but I care. I really do. Mike, what's coming up on your show?
On mine, I try and get as much action figure news out there, but coming up, I should have something like Ghostbusters. I got some Ghostbusters. Lone Ranger. I'm going to return to the Lone Ranger, do a little bit of that, a little bit of toy history, sort of fill the gaps between the news. And I want to open my Vamp. I haven't opened up my G.I. Joe Vamp, that gigantic big.
Oh yeah,
it's still in the box. So that's coming up too. An unboxing of the Vamp.
I like a little bit of Lone Ranger stuff. That was great. I like those little toys. So.
I've got the last character on the way. It's somewhere between the USA and Australia.
Brilliant.
It's either an airplane or a boat.
It could be swimming.
It could be swimming. Possibly.
Matt, anything coming up? Have you got anything coming up on your?
Nothing. Nada.
Okay.
But didn't
We're
you
on
and Andrew
hiatus,
do
my
a bunch of
friend.
filming?
Done.
But you and Andrew have filmed stuff we've not seen yet, right?
Yeah, we have, I guess. But I'm just on hiatus at the moment. I'm
Oh,
just
fair
chilling.
enough.
Fair enough.
Something may hit. Something I might when I get a moment to do things and I get in the mood, but I'm not really in the mood to do much. So
Nothing wrong with that, mate. Nothing
nah,
wrong with
just
that.
living life.
Fair enough.
It's
Fair enough.
busy enough. Yeah.
So okay. Yes, thanks, Phil. Yes, I've Phil, actually help from Matt just there, who actually said shunted some people my way, which is really nice. For the 200 subscribers, 201 actually subscribers. I have got a video in the works. It's another movie review, and I've got I thank you very much for my new subscribers and my old subscribers. Thank you very much for that. But I might as well just do it here. Thank you very much for the subscribers for the P.G.M show and the new subscribers for the P.G.M show. I appreciate you all. I'm trying to actually get more content out. I'm working on my editing skills as I speak. There is a new movie review coming out, which I'm working on at the moment, and I'm loving doing that. So that's all the information I can give you. But thank you very much. I do appreciate you all. I love this show. It has a little bit of changes as we move on, but we're still doing the show. But this is just a change that I'm not going to go into anyway. Again, thank you very much for the chat. You've all been wonderful, all been great. And yes, it's a lot of fun. We take the piss out of each other. That's what we do. Okay. But we have fantastic kind of top fives at fives because we talk about a diverse range of top fives. It's not all toys or movies or TV related. It's anything and everything, and that's what makes it so much fun. Anyway, so thank you once again, Mike, Matt, and Scott. As always, take care of yourselves and love your work. And it's good night from me and from the guys here at Top 5 at 5, but not at 5. Good night.
Good night.